guys, it is Mixed Media Monday and I'm Rita Bearcat. I am so excited to have you guys here with me tonight, and also hello to my replay viewers. You guys are awesome. I just want to remind you, like I do every single week, if you leave me a comment even after the episode is over, hey, you guys are popping on. Just go ahead and leave it in the comments. I will be sure to check it after the episode is over if I miss it during the live, or if you are catching me on the replay and you have some questions to ask. So tonight, hello. Tonight we're going to talk about how to make a mermaid, even if you don't know how to draw a face, because it's okay. Because there are always ways around things, and there's always good ways to learn. So hi Margie, hi Ashley, hi Michelle, hi anybody else I just maybe missed as things were just like popping up really fast. Anyways, so let's get to it, right? Okay, I'm gonna scan down onto the desk. All right, so on my desk, I've got some stamps. Yeah, let's see. There we go. Okay, so I've got some stamps down here, and I want to make sure that I can see and hear everybody. So I'm just checking over here, and yes, so I've got this is my line, this is part of my line with Technique Junkies, and I have several stamps here. So of course I already have some mermaids that are already done, right? I've got a couple of mermaids with these stamps already made for you. And I hope, it looks a little blurry to me, but hopefully, sometimes it does a little wonky, like it doesn't know what to do. So let me, I'm going to put a paper in front of it and then see if we can't get it to clear up a little bit. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, so we've got these couple of mermaid stamps already. This is the Floral Mermaid, which is on the blog right now. And then this is the Princess Mermaid, because she has a little crown right there. But, you know, let's say you want to make a mermaid that's a little bit bigger. And so I was thinking, oh, you know, what would be an easy way to show you guys how to do that? So I'm going to move these mermaids out. And I've got these faces. So I've got 4 different faces that you could use to make a mermaid if you don't know how to draw a face, because I think the face is the hardest part of making any type of drawing. I think that the face is probably the hardest part. So we can take any one of these faces and we can make our mermaid from that. I also happen to have, I grabbed some other under the water type stamps. I've got this one that is the seagrass. I've got this little clamshell. I've got a jellyfish, which is really fun. And then I have this floral border, which could also, I think, double as undersea water plants. I think that would be really cool too. So I went ahead and grabbed these. I'm going to set these aside for now. And we're going to concentrate on the face. So you guys are being super duper quiet. Hello. You guys are being super quiet. So, I have a piece of watercolor paper. And so I figured if we could take one of these girls, I don't know. I've never seen a mermaid with glasses, but not to say that a mermaid couldn't have glasses, because you just never know. She could have found them under the sea or something. And this one, this is the Zoe. If you did hers, you would want to not do her body here, right? You would want to make sure that you're stamping this upper area, her face and her hair, but not her clothing, because this one does happen to have a little bit of clothing. The rest of these are fine. It just has the head and the neck, so I think we're good with that. So it's all just depends on which one we want to use. And let's see. Let's use this one because she's just kind of fun. This one is called Sing. Okay, let's set them aside. And so got this watercolor paper. I didn't treat it with anything. And I'm just going to mount this stamp Hello, hello, if you guys are just coming on. So I'm going to use a pigment ink because I know I'm going to be painting over it. So you want to make sure it's going to be something that's going to stay put and it's not going to bleed like your regular dye inks that we have. So I'm using a pigment ink and I'm actually using it in brown. And the reason why I like to ink my faces in brown just because I like some of the areas to pop and I like some of the areas to just not pop so much, I guess. Does that make sense? So I'm just going to stamp her head here so we have plenty of room to draw her body. And so I don't want to have black lines around her chin or her nose, or especially not her lips. So I go ahead and do it in brown, knowing that if I want to, I could go back, and it's pretty dark brown, but if I wanted to, I can go back and maybe do her eyelashes with a really small black pen later, just to make it pop. But I think this one already had black on it. All right, so we have her head. So just like if you look at a mermaid, right, well, let's take these two for example. Most of the time, well, actually almost always, you do not see the body being totally straight. Because to me, I picture, they're under the sea, they're swimming, so their body should be in some kind of curved motion. If you make it too straight, the tail too straight, it looks really odd, like they're just laying there stiff. And we don't want them to look like that. So we want to make sure that we're going to give, right, the torso, right? Here's the torso. And then if you've got a side view, maybe she's got a little bit of a booty there, right? And then some type of a curve. And then she also has a fin, right? So we know we're going to end up with some type of a fin. We know we want to have a curve. So this part would be thinner than this little area, which would be her thigh and her bottom, right? And then the thinner piece here to the fin. All right, the easiest part is the hair. And so you can always make that bigger. I am sorry, I put that closer and then it kind of blurred. With all the technology, you'd think it would figure it out by now. So hopefully you can see everything. And I'm gonna try to draw this upside down. Yes, and I think that, the curly hair, I think it's kind of fun for a mermaid because she's just, kind of funky. So those of you who have just come on, welcome and thank you. I already saw like Beth's, she started sharing. I'm going to turn this a little bit. So I'm trying to decide, she's facing us, right? But, and maybe she's a siren, right? She's singing her songs so that, all the sailors fall in love with her. Hi guys. And so so we've got kind of her body, which, right, a little bit wider to a little bit smaller. And then we're going to make this, let's see, this is going to be a little bit bigger. And of course, every mermaid is different, just like every person is different. So you can make yours bigger and more exaggerated, or you can make her, whoops, would be nice if I didn't drop the pencil. That would be good. And let's see. So I'm kind of feeling like she should be kind of tilting this way a little bit. So, right, you've got, it's really 4 sections. Torso, I don't know, the upper where the legs and the bottom part of the legs, where, bottom part of the legs would be, and then the fin. So, and then this part, of course, would be skinnier. And then some type of Let's give her, since we have the room, let's give her a really fun fin. And it's kind of going off the page, but that's okay. So that'll be fun. And I kind of want to make this, so we want to make her a little bit curvy. Hi guys. Hi Sharon, Michelle, Mary, Chris. Hello, hello. And anybody else I might have missed. Okay, so we know we have her neck here. And we've got to give her some arms. You know, arms are good. So we have to decide, you know, what is she doing? She's singing, so she's totally relaxed. She could be, her arms could be doing anything because she's a mermaid. She could be swimming. So I don't concentrate on the details too much in the beginning. It's more of getting your proportions right. Right? So, and this is just some watercolor paper. And kind of eyeballing to see, make sure that the arms are, the bottom and the top of the arms are gonna start about the same place. Let's go this way a little bit. We're giving her super long arms. I don't want her to have crazy buff arms. It's not like she's been working out or nothing. She should have a super strong tail though. And I'm leaving room on the bottom because I want to, you know, go in here with, you know, maybe some seagrass. I definitely want to try the flowers. I think that'll be super fun too. Okay. And Sharon's asking if I will be doing more videos with gelatos. Yes, I'm working on something right now. So there will be a lot more videos. Make sure you guys are following me on YouTube as well as on Facebook. When I put a new video up on YouTube, if you're a subscriber, they let you know. And so I'm trying to make, you know, a bunch of series of that. But I also have a class that's coming up, speaking of gelatos. If you're in the Houston area, I am teaching a class. This is where we have to decide if we're going to make this a V area or rounded. Let's make it a V. I don't want it too low. We don't want to show all of her business. This is a family show. But I have a class coming up in Houston called These Aren't Your Mama's Crayons. And we discuss all the different types, and there are a ton. I can't even think of how many techniques are in that class. And so there are just a ton of techniques in that class. Okay, well, let's put something over here and cover her up. No, let's do a one-sided. That'd be kind of fun. And let's bring it down. She's a conservative mermaid. And just kind of going in there. Yeah, I like that. All right. So we've got that. We've got that, right? The bend. We've got our tail. And I almost feel like this could be even more exaggerated. You gotta remember, when you're doing mermaids or fairies or, you know, fun little characters, they can be as exaggerated as you want because they're not real, which is, I think, why I love drawing things that are more, oh, yay, Michelle, that are more whimsical, because you can really just have at it and, you know, make it yours, make it your own, and make it as fun and exaggerated as you want. All right, so now I've got her hands here, and I try to make that curve first. It's like she's laying on a floaty. So I'm kind of doing just the thumb in the hand, and trying to give her a bend. I feel like she's going, ah, you know, she's singing. When we paint this, I want to paint that open. Unfortunately, I've cut off her hand here, but just because I want it to be like she's really, really singing her little heart out. And let's make this a little bit bigger. Now, of course, the more that you do it, the easier it gets, and the more you can play with it and figure out, you know, what you like, what you don't like, how you like to make your own mermaid. And we're going to give her I think I want to give her up here, I want like a little starfish. Will be holding up, let's say, her fabric. So I want to remember, and I've got so much color there, I'm just going to go in with this eraser just a little bit so that I can remember to put that starfish in here. Oh, I think she looks great as a mermaid. All right, super fun. Okay, yeah, I like it, I like it. So then, and probably we're gonna have some, I like to kind of split this up a little bit, especially when you start doing really small details. Let's bring this in here. When you start doing small details like a mermaid tail, sometimes it gets a little bit tedious, so I like to break that up a little bit. So a lot of times I will let's create some movement here. And just creating some curved lines so that we can have different designs and it doesn't feel like you have to fill in the entire area with the same design. Does that make sense? Like the same pattern. Just breaking it up. And over here, let's do some long lines. And I'm not worried about, I like to be able to just draw and not worry about erasing. I don't erase until later. And sometimes if I don't mind it being, they do have graphite pencils that are water-based that you can just paint out, but they do make it a lot more grungy, and I don't like those in my characters because my characters, I like them to be super bright. But if you like that grungy look, you can certainly use a aquarelle pencil, and then you just get it wet. And, you know, as you're painting, you can just add it into your thing. Let's do this. I want to kind of, let's make this. No, I don't like that either. I keep changing my mind, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's make this so that it's kind of going into, if that makes sense. So I'm not really making, there we go. So it's kind of going into there. I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay, so then you want to take her, you want to stand her up. So if it was for me, you know what I mean, I would stand it up to kind of look at it and just make sure that everything looks proportionate. And right now I'm already seeing like this side, this part of the arm is a lot longer than this side. So sometimes I will take a ruler or something, or, you know, even a pencil here, just to kind of look, oh, okay, look, the outside of her elbow, look at that. That is a big difference, you guys. Whoops. That's a big difference. So really, her elbow needs to start here. So, but sometimes when you're drawing flat like this, that's why it's hard to see. It's hard to tell. So you definitely, before you set anything in stone, anything in permanent, that's permanent, you want to take a look at it and make sure that you are liking what you see. So right there, I'm just going to fix that so I don't get confused later with my lines. And redraw that. And remember too that where your elbow is, even though she's got really elongated arms, right? This area is going to be thicker. This area is going to be thicker, and this area will be thicker than over here by the wrist. Unless she's got super crazy big hands. You know, to each their own, you know, who am I to judge? I'm not judging. You know, let's give her a little more. She's got like nice curve over here. So let's give her the nice curve over there. And I'm just trying to take a look at her. Okay, I'm making sure that my line's here so I don't get confused. Just kind of taking some of that out here. And let's look at where her wrist ends up here to right here. So we're good. It's all good. All good. I like it. Right. All right. So we've got her here. I like the way she looks, and she's gonna make this look. Let's grab some black. I want to grab black for the flowers because when you start painting, oh no. Hopefully, can you guys see that? I don't know. It looks like a couple of you guys lost the video. Not sure. Are you guys seeing this? I've got a couple of you saying that you lost the video, so I'm not really sure what happened there. It's back. Okay, great. I was worried. I'm like, what happened? What happened? What happened? Okay, well, good. I'm glad it's back. All right. So I grabbed black now. And we're going to use the black on the flowers because I really want those to pop. They're going to be super vibrant colors against our mermaid. I want nice crisp lines. Okay. And let's do this down here. And what's nice is this can butt right up against here. And because there are so many flowers, nobody will know unless I left a space. Oh, we're pretty good, yeah. I like it. And we're gonna butt that right up against. Oops, and dropped it. Against there. Okay, perfect. Then I will have to color in, paint in all my things. So for me, my next step would be to come in and do all these lines in a black, either India ink, like a pet pen, or another permanent waterproof archival pen that's not going to bleed when I use the watercolor on it. I'm going to go over all of these lines, and then I'm going to erase all of those lines, and then I will paint it. And that's how you make a mermaid, even if you can't draw a face. Super easy. Well, that's one way. You can always use stencils too, which are totally awesome, and I have those in the shop as well. So that's how you make a mermaid. Here she goes. Yep, I think she looks pretty good. I think she looks pretty good when I get her painted, or maybe what I'll do is maybe I'll do a video of the painting her. I don't know, maybe. So anyways, because that's the fun part for me is getting it. Once I have it drawn and have it just right, then the fun part for me is the painting. Well, I hope that you love this Mixed Media Monday, and I hope that you will share it with your friends. So if you've got creative friends on your feed, hit that share button. That would be awesome. And if you're going to be in Houston, you need to join me for some classes. I've got 4 different classes going on in Houston really soon. And hopefully Margie put the link up there for you guys. Thank you, Margie, for being so awesome. And thanks you guys for tuning in. I will see you next Monday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Mixed Media Monday. Bye, guys. Have a great night.